Welcome to Silent Seniors No More. Before we start, a quick note. I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving legal advice. This podcast simply shares real experiences, public documents, and the Florida statutes that affect seniors and residents living in the mobile home parks. The goal of Silent Seniors No More is to help people understand what is happening in their communities and to encourage them to ask informed questions. For legal advice, always speak to a qualified attorney. Episode 5. It Takes a Village. What happens when people stop being afraid and start standing together? Not all at once, not in large numbers, but one person at a time. Because real change in a community doesn't begin with a crowd. It begins with a single voice. Tonight, on Silent Seniors No More, we talk about what happens when a community decides it's time to come together. Welcome back to Silent Seniors No More. I'm Jamie Chiarla, a resident of Spanish Lakes Golf Village in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Over the past several episodes, we've talked about resident rights under the Florida law, patterns seen in mobile home park disputes, kitchen incident, eviction concerns, and the legal framework under Chapter 723. But tonight's episode is different. Tonight is about something even more important than the law: community. The reality many residents face. Across mobile home communities, many residents feel the same thing. They don't want trouble, they don't want conflict, they just want to live peacefully. So when something feels wrong, many stay quiet. Not because they don't care, but because they're afraid. Afraid of retaliation, afraid of being singled out, afraid of losing their home, or afraid of standing alone. And that fear is real. What's the turning point? But something begins to change. When residents realize something's important, they are not alone. One person speaks up, then another, not loudly, not aggressive, just truthfully. And over time, those individual voices begin to form something stronger, a community that is no longer silent. Yes, it takes a village. That's the old saying. And in communities like ours, that couldn't be more true. A village isn't built by one person. It's built on neighbors, on shared experiences, on people looking out for each other, and most importantly, on people being willing to stand together, even in small ways. That might mean supporting a neighbor, sharing information, documenting what you see, attending a meeting, or simply saying you're not alone. Change doesn't require everyone at once. It happens one person at a time. There is strength in numbers, but also in courage. Many people think strength only comes in numbers, but real strength often starts with courage of one person. The courage is to ask a question, the courage to seek understanding, the courage to stand beside someone else who needs support. And when enough people take those small steps, something powerful happens. The balance begins to shift. To the residents listening, not just here in Spanish Lakes, but across Florida, you matter. Your voice matters. Your home matters. And your community matters. This isn't about creating conflict. It's about creating understanding, fairness, and accountability. And that starts with connection. If you're wondering where to begin, start small. Talk to your neighbors. Keep records of what you experience. Ask a lot of questions. Stay informed about your rights. Support each other. Because when residents begin to communicate, communities begin to change. Silent Seniors No More is not just a podcast, it's a conversation. And that conversation is growing, one person at a time, one story at a time, one voice at a time. Because truly, it takes a village. Until next time, I'm Jamie Chiarla, and this is Silent Seniors No More. Because seniors should never feel that they have to stay silent. Thank you.